Troubling findings tonight as fire season is clearly underway. While our current fires were caused by lightning, state regulators say Northern California is facing a separate serious risk of PG&E power lines sparking more fires in the future. NBC Bay Area investigative reporter Jaxon Van Derbeken has the story.
In this audit, the State Public Utilities Commission finds PG&E's 100,000 miles of distribution power lines fail and spark fires at a much higher rate than other utilities, 2.5 times higher, mile for mile. State regulators want to know why and have demanded the utility examine the root causes of every single one of the fires covered in the 5-year study, to pinpoint how to best ease what regulators contend is a continued serious risk of more PG&E-sparked wildfires this season. So far, the utility has responded with this consultant's analysis, which breaks down the age of its system. Former regulator Catherine Sandoval says that response is unacceptable.
I am very concerned for Californians.
Sandoval served on the Public Utilities Commission 6 years. She's seen how quickly past PG&E-sparked wildfires, like the ones in wine country and Paradise, turned deadly.
I'm concerned that PG&E is not prepared and has left California vulnerable to a bad fire season at the same time that we're facing COVID. And so it just layers on the risks.
In its wildfire safety plan, the utility insists it is going beyond existing regulatory requirements to address the new normal with an aggressive program to reduce wildfire ignitions. PG&E says its plan deals with both the causes and the spread of wildfires in its territory, focusing the bulk of its efforts on about 5,000 miles of power lines it considers most at risk. But Robert Kagan, a retired CPUC regulatory lawyer who brought cases against the utility, says the danger is too high to just accept PG&E's word.
It is a very serious risk, as the past has shown.
He says regulators need to get PG&E to detail how each fire started and to work with the company to spot patterns of failures and truly reduce the risk long term.
It's a difficult job, and they have not received information from PG&E, at least that I've seen, that could allow them really to do that.
There needs to be some really good analysis.
Sandoval agrees, saying any report that doesn't include the root cause of the fires is essentially meaningless when it comes to guiding safety.
So if they're going into wildfire season without knowing that, then how are any of us safe?
And although it hasn't done a root cause analysis, the company last month admitted that its review of data back to 2012 identified one fire risk: the thin-gauged copper line used on 1 out of every 5 miles of its system, saying it stopped installing it back in 2015, may replace more, and is hardening lines in high fire risk areas. Jaxon Van Derbeken, NBC, Bay Area News.